Just a disclaimer here, we did have some technical issues towards the end of the podcast and Zoom crashed. So the episode will end abruptly, but we'll just throw this in here now. Till next week, go Chiefs, go.
Preston fires a
Cappy, what are we going to do with this team?
I don't know. Another Tuesday night podcast.
What are we going to do with this team?
Because we waited one extra day to do it on Tuesday instead of Monday, and we've been talking for the last day and a half instead of doing a podcast just with what's off the top of our brains, and nothing really good. We had to take the extra day and a half just to try to come up with something.
Yeah, for me, to touch on that, for me, it's a little bit easier to do it on Tuesdays,
That's fine.
mid to late afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
At least for right now.
I just figure that usually there's enough stuff that happens over a weekend. We almost need that extra day to come up with something too, and it was pretty uneventful over the weekend, honestly.
Well, I mean, obviously the Chiefs played two games this weekend. To be quite honest, I didn't think we looked very good in either of them.
We did not.
I mean that first game up in Penticton, yeah, we got the win, but it was pretty much carried by two or three players.
And we did not deserve the win in that game, in my opinion, based on how we played.
No, Linus Viard was fantastic in that.
Yes, he was.
And
we finally had a goalie steal a game for us instead of an opposing goalie trying to steal a game.
And Brody Gillespie with two goals, including the overtime winner, had a good game. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this team right now. But I mean, there were bright spots, Linus and Brody, power play goal. Really nice setup on the power play to get that goal. Cohen Harris with his second of the year there. So the Chiefs are 1-for-2 on the power play. So that's probably our best record in a game this season on the power play. So can't really complain too much about that. But other than that, there wasn't many bright spots.
I didn't think so either. It was nothing to be excited about for sure.
No. And yeah, I mean, going in, we learned pregame that we were going to lose Hasanali Sarkinov for 15 games.
That's crazy.
To his commitments with Kazakhstan at the IIHF Group A World Junior Championships.
Good for him.
The Chiefs put out the article that he is going to miss the next 15 games, isn't expected back in Spokane's lineup until after the holiday break. It's Sarkinov's third time representing his home country on the international stage after playing 3 games in the IIHF World Junior Championship in 2025, where he logged a goal in 33 penalty minutes.
Which is a bummer for us because he was kind of just putting the team on his back in terms of trying to create some passion out there and some physicality and stuff too. So we're gonna miss him for that many games.
Yeah, the 2026 Division One Group A World Championship is set for December 7th through the 13th in Slovenia. Kazakhstan's group includes Austria, Norway, Slovenia, France, and Ukraine. Sarkinov is expected to play alongside his younger brother, Alisher, who was in his rookie season with Prince Albert. Sarkinov is expected to return to the Chiefs for the first game back after the holiday break on December 27th against Wenatchee. So, yeah, obviously that's a big loss losing him for, a month and some change. But It's just another one of those things where it's like this team's got to find some way to kind of step up and we need some other guys to step up and play some bigger roles right now.
Hmm.
You know,
It's
with Sarky gone, and then we're gonna lose, our imports here in a couple of months or a couple of weeks for World Juniors as well.
it's hard to look at these teams as being a developmental league, and you have on one hand you're pulling for them to do good now, but you're also trying to understand what they're trying to do for their future and
Right.
stuff too. It's kind of hard sometimes. I mean, I figure with NHL teams, you get players and you think, how long are these guys gonna be here? And you hope you have them for a while and stuff
Yeah.
too. So it's similar to probably no matter what level you play out, but it's it's hard to be a fan and pull so hard for somebody knowing that something like this is going to happen. It's hard to get excited.
It really is. And I've said it time and time again at this point. It's like this team is just way too good
They are.
on paper to be putting up this kind of performance
They
every
are.
other game. It's just something that they got to figure it out, man. I mean, they really do. I don't know what the answer is at
I
this
don't
point.
either. I don't see anything lacking. I don't see effort lacking or anything like that. But
And see the thing is I kind of do a tiny bit, and the only reason I say that is because you watch the games this past weekend, and you have you know 21 shots against Penticton, 22 shots against Kelowna.
that I don't understand.
Penticton was 44 shots and Kelowna had 45 shots. So it's like we're getting outshot 2-1 every game right now.
And we're only getting about just 20 ourselves,
Yeah, and
roughly.
that's not like this team.
No, it's
And
not.
and yeah, on paper, I mean, we were the number 2 team in all of the CHL coming into the season, and we talked about it with Boiler the other day down
Hmm.
after street hockey. This team, the top six is just not performing to
No,
the way that they should be, and I think that it's kind of taken that jump from playing the second, third line up to the first line that's really kind of throwing some of those guys off a little bit. They're having a hard time adjusting to playing on those minutes against the first and second line D
yeah,
pairings of other teams too. I think that they're really struggling with that adjustment.
there does seem to be some adjustment issues all throughout the lineup because people are playing in roles that are not used to playing in. Yeah,
So I mean there's some bright spots 100%. Power
there is.
play, Brody, goaltending with Linus has been great. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, what else are we going to do at this point? I mean, we're 20, I think
We're 20 and
Boiler
20.
said 20 games into the season right now.
Yeah,
So
in a 500 record. Is that what
yeah,
I saw?
I believe we're 500. I think we're 10 and 10.
I thought I saved that. Maybe I didn't. I thought I saved that.
Pull it up real quick here. We'll
I
double
thought I
check.
I
Yeah,
thought I had
10
it
and
too.
10. We are 10 and 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, at this point, the division's pretty much out of reach. Everett's running away with that. 37 points already. Chiefs are sitting with 20 right now. They are 2 points back
20,
at Kamloops for fifth. They're sitting in seventh in the Western
20
Conference.
points in 20 games,
Yeah, at least they're consistent, I guess.
I guess.
But
Perfect vision. 20 20 20.
it's God, that power play percentage at 9% is just awful, dude.
That's because of that one stretch and continuing.
It's just so bad. It's like you look at all the other teams in the league, and the second lowest one is 15.5% at Wenatchee. Um, 9.2. I mean, with the offensive firepower that this team has on the top six, we should not be in the single digits for power play.
Agreed.
Um, but I don't know. I think right around now is the time where general managers typically get a good idea of what the team needs and what the roster needs are. So like I said, don't be surprised to see a trade of some sort here in the near future. We talked to Mike Boyle the other day, and he was saying, Matt Bardsley usually takes about 20 to 25 games before he gets like kind of an idea
Get a yeah.
of what this team's going to do and what it needs. And we're hitting that stretch right now. We have a big home stretch coming up here. I think we have 3 or 4 games at home in a row here. So
It's a
it's
bit of cliche in every hockey team is the Thanksgiving break to see where you are.
yeah,
Ours is going to fall in that range too.
yeah. So we have 4 of the next 5 at home. So
That'll be interesting because we haven't been great at home
no, we haven't, and we're playing some decent teams. You know, Regina and Victoria. On paper, the Chiefs should beat them. On
on
paper,
paper.
2 games against Kelowna in that stretch as well.
Tomorrow night and Saturday, right?
No, tomorrow night we play Regina.
Regina.
Saturday we play Victoria. Next Wednesday we play Kelowna.
That's what it is. It's right before Thanksgiving, yeah. And then
Uh-huh.
again on
And then again on the 29th on Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
So,
And Kelowna's a team that's coming alive a little bit now.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm still not buying into that Kelowna hype. I think I mean the following night they lost. They didn't get stomped on by Everett. They lost 3-2 in overtime, but they got outshot 2-1 and got outworked just like the Chiefs did against them.
Did I send you the thing I saw on Tej?
I don't
Aginley? Aginley? Did
I
I
don't
send
know.
Aginla?
A Ginley?
Aginla?
No, I don't think so.
I must have it saved on my iPad that I'm talking to you on, not have it saved on my phone here. He's got some ungodly number of points now.
Oh
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe I sent it to you on Twitter or on maybe I texted it to you from Twitter
Yeah, I don't know. But
today. I
I do
thought,
know he's got a pretty solid amount of points.
yes,
Um
they're starting to come around a little bit, but I know we're not impressed with them up until we watch them play.
you know, I'm still not buying into the hype. I think the Chiefs team was just very easily pushed around by any team that they're playing right
And
now.
I
And
was going to say
I
by who? By everybody.
realistically, I don't think that Cologne is as good as they looked in that game. But anyway, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves.
Okay,
Go back to the Penticton game. The bright spots. Brody, power play. Mathis Preston scoring a beautiful breakaway goal in his
very nice.
hometown. Um,
Good for him.
and Brody with the OT winner, Linus Viard with 41 saves in net. Um, and a couple of huge saves too, like
Hmm.
game savers. But you know, what did you think? Obviously, overall, not thrilled with the performance despite getting the win. Overall,
No,
what's your kind of takeaway from that game against Penticton and kind of going into the next game against Kelowna? The Chiefs were on a 2-game win streak at that point.
almost it was like we were just waiting for somebody to do something for us. They were waiting for somebody else to do it. Nobody was going out and doing it themselves.
Hmm.
Is the way I felt. Like you said, we didn't deserve to win that game.
No, we didn't.
Not at all. We
It was the
got
first.
we got outplayed from puck drop till the final buzzer. We were lucky to get that win at the end
Yeah.
to even be in the game, in my opinion.
Well, and like I said, the only reason we were in that game at all, it could have
VR,
been a 10-0 blowout is VR. I mean,
yeah.
he was lights out, and it's goes back to what I said last week toward the end of the episode. We need to start riding him a little bit right now while we have him and while he's hot, because
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna lose him in, you know, a month, and we won't have him until obviously until Germany's eliminated, which Germany typically doesn't make it to the medal rounds, but you never know. Um, Regardless, I mean, he's going to be going, I think it's in Minnesota this year, so it's not too far out. You don't have to travel over to the other side of the world, but um, you're going to be without him. You're going to have to call up Alex Watrin probably from Little Caesars in Detroit is where he's playing.
Is it?
Um, and we're going to have to ride Carter Essler a little bit. But
You know,
right
you
now with
know,
Carter Essler, it's like he's not playing very well.
no. And I feel like the defense has left him out hanging to dry a couple
Yeah.
times when
Yeah,
he's been in there too.
definitely.
The team defense is not doing what it was doing the first month and a half of the season, where they weren't scoring, but we were not giving up any goals either. We're playing very good team defense.
Right.
And I feel like
Right.
that's I almost wonder when we start looking for a little bit more offense if the defense ends up suffering because of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I realistically, I don't know what the answer is to
I
that,
don't either.
but I mean, I'd love to see the defensive core go back to how they were playing in the first 2 weeks of the
Me
season. I
too.
mean, it was lights out. Um, I still think this team needs another defenseman if they want to be
Mm-hmm.
competitive. And obviously, they got off to kind of a shaky start, but I mean, there's still a lot of season left. We still have over 50 games to be played,
Mm-hmm.
so
You're only a month in, basically.
and we're still holding the playoff spot. We're not out of the race by any means.
The whole league
So
is better from top to bottom. Honestly,
yeah, for
there's
sure.
you can lose a couple and be out, you'd be way back, and you can win a couple, be right back in it, or be on top of looking at something too.
Yeah. So I think if this team can make a couple adjustments and kind of just figure out where they're at and kind of how they can mesh together and gel, I think we'll be fine. But it needs to happen ASAP
And yeah,
before any other teams kind of really blow out us
it's
out of the
odd that it
water.
hasn't happened yet. One team that is starting to heat up a little bit, I noticed looking at the standings, is Portland,
Yeah, a little
which
bit
we
they
always
are.
worry about.
Yeah, they're kind of sitting right there with us in the standings. There's kind of a
But they've been
mix.
playing well the last handful of games.
Yeah, there's a mix of I mean, yeah, Portland's got 24 points. Chiefs have 20. Portland's in third place in the Western Conference. Chiefs are in
Mm-hmm.
seventh. So, I mean, it's a pretty tight race all the way down to the 11th spot in the Western Conference with Tri-City and Vancouver. So,
How does Penticton have a better winning percentage than us?
because they've been hell of a lot
They
better.
they've been good, yeah. I'm looking at the standings. It was from a couple of days ago, but for some of these teams, we haven't played since I saw this either. But
Yeah, but yeah, I think overall the Penticton game, glad we got the 2 points. We didn't deserve the 2 points, but we got the 2 points. And realistically, that's all that matters.
we have the same winning percentage right now as Seattle. Granted, they've played a couple less games than us, but winning percentage wise, it's the
Right.
same. That's crazy.
All right. Unfortunately, I think we have to talk about it now.
Okay,
Kelowna, that game was atrocious.
abysmal.
Absolutely atrocious.
Yeah,
Like we said, Carter Essler has been struggling in net a little bit.
a little bit.
And I'm giving up 7 goals on 29 shots. Some of them he for sure want back, but there were a handful, maybe two or three, or maybe even four goals that were directly caused by defensive turnovers and kind of hanging him
Exactly.
out to dry. And with a with a
Exactly.
with a guy like Carter Essler that's already struggling, and you have a team playing like that defensively in front of you, it's not going to help kind of get you back to where you need to be confidence wise and everything too. You're
No,
having
because
to
honestly, at the start of that game, I thought he played pretty good.
Yeah, he made. I mean, he made some huge saves in the first, 3 or 4 minutes of
Mm-hmm.
that game. I mean, he was great. And then, once that first one went in halfway through the period, all hell broke loose. Um,
In all aspects of the ice, yes.
yeah, but I will say it was cool seeing Papanicus net one
Yeah, it
against his
was.
former team.
It was.
That turnover that Chase Harrington had to give TJ Ginla that wide open lane for their second goal was I felt right there that was completely the turning point in the game where
Mm-hmm.
we really fell apart and just kind of let them walk all over us at that point.
And they
Going
did.
going into the first intermission down 2-0, obviously, the game's not over yet. You still got 40 minutes, but
On the scoreboard,
Kelowna.
no, but based on what you saw on the ice, did you feel like it was not
Oh,
going to
I
be
thought
good?
I like I said, I knew after
Yeah,
that it was over. And I mean, we got outshot 13-8 in the first period. Um, Obviously not too big of a
not
margin,
horrible.
but
No,
Kelowna comes out in the second period and scores 2 goals within the first 5 minutes.
that
And
was
from that
stomping on our
point,
throat.
and it continued. I mean, they scored 5 goals in the second period alone,
Yeah.
and we're up 7-0 after the second period. Um, Third period, though, Linus Villard comes into the net in relief of Carter Essler, and stopped all, how many stops did he face? Stopped all 16 shots that he faced in the
They
third
had
period.
16 shots on third, huh?
They
Wow.
had 16 shots in the second and third, respectively. 2 for 3 on the power play. Chiefs did get the only goal of the period, though. Tristan Buckley with his second of the year on a rebound of a Rhett Sather shot from the point. And realistically, I think that's how this team needs to be scoring their goals right now because they can't seem to find the back of the net in any other way other than those greasy ones out front. And I think that even getting a goal late in a blowout game like that is huge because it's huge confidence booster for the younger guys seeing that, okay, maybe we can actually score, put the puck in the net if we play this way as opposed to just trying to get fancy with it and do it all ourselves. I don't think the young guys are really guilty of doing that, but I think the veterans are. I'm seeing a lot
Mm-hmm.
of that stuff from our top six with Marty and Preston and Harrington, especially. I mean, it's something's got to change there, and those guys got to figure it out. Otherwise, this team is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. It's frustrating watching as a fan because we expect so much better and different from these guys
For sure.
because we've seen it.
Yeah, and we've seen it, and that's the thing is we've seen it from this team this season. We know how they can play. We've seen the handful of games that they played against top teams and competed and even beat
Mm-hmm.
them. I mean, you look at that Edmonton game up in Edmonton.
Exactly.
That was a great hockey game, and the
That was a
Chiefs
very good hockey
came
game.
out on top. Same with the Saskatoon game at the arena. You know,
How about all of our 3-2 games that we had there in that stretch too? Those were all good
exactly.
games.
They're all tight games, and I would like to see us get back to playing that way, but I don't know what it is that's gonna kind of turn this team around. That something's got to give here, and pretty soon this team's got to start winning games, or we're gonna have to start trading off some of our guys to replenish draft picks.
Yeah. Well,
But
maybe a little turkey in the tummy in the coming week and a half or so will be a difference maker.
I'm just hoping we can have a positive. I mean, obviously, we still got a month left before the end of the first half, but I hope we can have a really good second half of the season
Mm-hmm.
and they can kind of shut us up a little bit.
Please.
But all things considered, right now, not a huge fan of what I'm seeing from this team, and I'm looking at the WHL weekly report from this week that just came out today. Um, Chase Harrington's out day to day with an illness, so I don't know if that'll affect him being in the lineup tomorrow. Harry Matter's out lower body day to day injury, so that's another guy. And then we could talk about the Chiefs reassigned Kaslo Ferner to Cranbrook in the BCHL
Mm-hmm.
last week as well. So that's one less guy that we got in the roster. And then obviously Sarkinov going off to Kazakhstan for the next month. The Chiefs only have two guys sitting out right now, healthy scratch wise. So it's been trip between Buckley and Ethan Hughes the last handful of games. But I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know what this team needs other than they need to wake up.
They need some sort of a spark plug.
100%. I know you have some interesting tidbits on the newest franchise in the Western Hockey League that you would
Yeah,
like to share.
I just thought I'd look it up a little bit after we played them because I knew nothing about Penticton. I always hear Penticton being talked about, and our buddy Danny Holden played in Penticton. When I had a conversation with him about a year and a half ago at the golf course, one time he was telling me about that, and when he played in Penticton with, of all people, Brett Hull. But there's a they have a pretty good hockey history in Penticton. So I did a little bit of research too. Let's see, looking this up. Pretty successful team. The original junior A team was founded in 1961. They also hosted their senior team in 1955 hosted the World Championship. That was kind
Yeah,
of the
I
big
know that
significant milestone in the city's hockey history.
I know that their senior team had a lot of rivalry games against the Spokane Flyers and the
The
Jets
Flyers
back in the
back in the
day.
day.
Yeah.
Always been known for its strong player development and preparing athletes for higher levels of hockey. Uh, they were awarded the WHL expansion franchise in March of this year, actually. So at the end of last season, basically. This is their inaugural season. Let's
Off
see
to a
what
hell of
else.
a start too.
It
And
is.
they look good. I mean, we
They
saw them
do.
play on Friday and they looked good.
They looked
I
very
was
good.
pretty impressed with how they were
I
playing.
was too. Let's see. That page means nothing. So we're looking up Penticton alumni throughout the years that have played there. Dante Fabro
Hmm.
played 2 years for the V's, as they're called. He had 100 points in 89 games and was teamed up with Tyson Jost.
Hmm.
Um, let's see, what was I reading on that thing earlier? Troy Stetcher played there.
Hmm.
Played for them for 3 years before going to the University of North Dakota. He had 159 games and 109 points. Ryan Johansson played there. Most people think of him as being a Portler Winter Hawk, but he played the 2008-2009 season in Penticton. You know, this is hard for me to believe. He only had 17 points in 47 games.
Yeah, it must have been. I think that was probably when he was 16.
Yeah, he was
Um,
young because the following 2 years in the WHL, he had 161 points.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
I would imagine back at that point he was planning on going to play college hockey in
Maybe.
NCAA, and then, with Portland back at that time cheating and all that stuff too that I'm not ever gonna let go of.
Did Portland
Uh,
cheat?
I
Are you
think they
saying they
might have. Yeah,
did? You think so? Was
yeah,
it cell phones and plane tickets or something like that?
something about that. Yeah, amongst other things, and they pulled Johansson in there. I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case at all.
Yeah. They also Penticton had Paul Correa. He had 244 points in just 97 games. Even at that level, that's a ton. Almost 250 points in just under 100 games.
That is a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot, no matter what level of junior you're playing in. Um, what else? And Duncan Keith played there. I did not realize this. From 1999 to 2001,
Mhm.
played 119 games and had 118 career points there.
Yeah, and then he came to Kelowna after that.
Yeah. He returned to the Okanagan area following year after that, but not in the BCHL as he joined the Kelowna Rockets, like you said. Ray Ferraro played in Penticton when they were named the Penticton Knights, which they were named that from 1979 to 1990. They were Penticton Knights. So Ray Ferraro played for them.
Ray Ferraro.
Yeah. And the name we just brought a little bit ago that Danny Holden told me about playing against him and with him was Brett Hull.
Mm-hmm.
Before going to college and turning pro, he spent 2 years in Penticton in the early 80s. Played in 107 games in that time frame and had 292 points.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's like a what, 3, 4 game points a game average,
That's ton.
if not more.
Even for the early 80s. Yes,
Yeah, that's
that's
pretty
crazy.
good.
That's
Which
crazy.
goes to show how he's an NHL legend now.
Yes, he is. So there was a little bit of research on Penticton for you, and I'll tell you what, I was impressed watching them play. For a team we hit, it's weird for me, at least, to go this late in the season without seeing a team play. We're used to seeing somebody at least once by this point.
Yeah, and what's crazy is like I feel like that they're not the only one. I don't think we've seen Victoria yet.
No, we haven't. I'm looking forward to
Um,
seeing them because we talked about them in our preseason thing podcast we did too about what was expected of them, and they got off to a little bit of a shaky start.
yeah, they did. They're starting to kind of wake up as of
They are a
late,
little bit now,
but
yes. So I'm curious to see what our buddy is doing coaching them.
and oh, that was sick. Sorry, I'm watching the Blackhawks. Bedard just scored a sick goal.
Nice.
Regina Pats legend too. The Chiefs will be playing tomorrow night at the Spokane Arena. Uh, but anyway, the
Victoria.
I totally blacked out. Oh,
Victoria.
um, I think we've only played Tri-City once this year, too, and that's a little
Early
strange to
on.
me as well. That was the home
Looked like the
opener.
second. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a little strange. I don't even know when we play them again. God, that was beautiful. Bedard on Dustin Wolf.
Nice.
But yeah, no, they definitely look good and they impress me, and I'm definitely looking forward to watching them come to the arena and play. Yeah, I can't remember when the game against Penticton is, but regardless, it's going to be a fun game to watch for sure.
Yeah. They were enjoyable to watch on the ice on TV.
Yeah, no doubt.
I didn't like, uh, you know,
You literally have poop on your butt. Come here.
I didn't like how it started, but
Come here.
Anyway,
oh, anyway,
what else you
anyway,
got?
what else I
I
got?
know you have some other stuff for us.
I had some other. Are we done talking about the game? Two games that we.
Yeah,
Uh,
we can put those in the past.
okay. What games did they really happen?
No.
We did a little question and answer thing on Instagram on the page, and we asked some of the boys what their favorite thing about being a Spokane Chief is, and Ozzy McIntyre was the only one that really commented back, and he said movie night with Marty. What kind of movies do you think these boys watch?
Oh God, probably some comedy, some horror movies.
Yeah,
That's my two guesses.
probably getting away from hockey movies, I would think.
Oh, most likely.
I would think so. But this time of year, horror movies, like you said, some
Christmas
fun.
movies coming up.
That's true. That's true. So we had that. What else did we have? Did I have anything else? Did I take screenshots? I can't remember. I took a screenshot of the standings that we were talking about earlier.
Let me pull it up here.
Okay, you
I
you,
can
have to,
look.
you can pull it up on the computer.
Yeah, I'll try. Totally just winging this podcast this week.
We are. Well, there's nothing exciting win wise really to talk about. So
Yeah, kind of do what we got, and then we can call her.
little history stuff and a little informational stuff.
Holy shit! My cat just took a nasty shit.
Oh boy.
That reeks.
Podcast.
What's wrong?
Georgia has something in her butt. Can you help me, please?
Okay, hold on. I
All
gotta.
right.
I'll be
All
right
right.
back.
Can we get this on film?
No, I'm
No.
gonna pause this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now that that's out of the way.
Good job. Just want to mention that we're trying to get a little more interactive on here a little bit with our stories and things we posted on the page recently.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get some more activity and from both players and fans too.
Any success
So
with
we've
that?
posed a few questions on Instagram the last week and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. We talked, we had Ozzy comment back about wanting one of the favorite things is movie night with Marty.
Right.
That kind of stuff. But we're gonna continue to do that and reach out and try to get some interaction. We reached out to players a lot, and the players interact directly with us and saying they would like to be on the pod, but it's yet to happen. We haven't been able to connect and make it happen. But there is an interest there. So hopefully in the future we can do that.
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit more. And when we just post random things, we're just like you said a little bit ago when we're offline, we're just kind of winging it.
Yeah.
And trying to get some feelers out there. Seeing if there's any interest in people wanting to be on. One thing we're doing here a little bit ago, and we haven't talked about it yet, I don't think. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Berkeley Catton and the Kraken.
Great idea.
Tonight he scored, which I don't know if they've updated or not, because watching the game, I didn't know if he should get a point on it or a goal on it or not.
Yeah, so they announced it in the arena as his goal, but now that I'm looking back, they still have it as Riker.
They still haven't
goal.
Updated anything?
They still have it as Riker Evans' goal, so it must not have gotten deflected.
Bummer. Yeah, we thought maybe for a minute the Burke had his first NHL goal.
Mhm. It'll
It was
come
on.
though. That's the thing is
It,
that it's only a matter of time.
it was on the score sheet, so that's another step in that direction. And he's still impressing people every time he plays. He's getting a little bit more ice time every game and been put out in different situations. Granted, he's still young, but and just still getting his feet wet very much. But
Yeah.
he's I feel like he's a Kraken player now. He's not just being called.
Froze on me. Oh no, we're frozen. Oh no. Well, folks, we might just have to wrap this podcast up early because he is still frozen and we're starting to have some technical issues, but we covered all the basics. So it's kind of funny.